We got Super Bowl! Ladies and gentlemen, it's your one and only Green Wing Man, and if you have been partying all night, Eagles Nation, you should be, because your one and only Philadelphia Eagles will be going to play in Super Bowl 52 to take on Tom Brady, the New England Patriots. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so pumped. I am so excited. You guys should be excited. You guys should be happy. Wow, we're going to the Super Bowl, man. I am so pumped. All right, let's talk about the game a little bit, man. So in the beginning, I went to the bar to go watch this game with a couple of friends, and man, I have to admit, my nerves didn't really kick in until literally maybe the first 5 minutes of the game, and because I have to admit, the whole entire week, I wasn't really nervous about this game. I really thought, just by the way, the fact that the team was being disrespected and wasn't being given, was not be given the chance by a lot of national media and pundits and and sports journalists in the United States of America, that this team might not have been able to sit down and pull it off. You know, Vegas had them again as a 3.5. I think it went down to 3 as the game kind of went on. And I honestly really thought, that, our team really embraces that underdog mentality, that Weapon X. Everybody got their Weapon X, man. Everybody channeled their Brian Dawkins for this game, man. Everybody was pumped and everybody sat down to play for it, man. Let's really sit down and really get into the game. So, in the beginning, I really didn't panic, because even when Case Keenum threw that touchdown, I think it was to Thielen, for a touchdown, and it looked good. And I thought, okay, the Eagles team, we're going to be in for a very, very long game, because I honestly thought, you have the number one best defense in the Minnesota Vikings. They've been going on your Twitters, and they've been on Facebook, and they've been trolling the Eagles fan base, and then only yesterday you find out that a couple of, minuscule Vikings are sitting on the steps of the Philadelphia Museum. They go and they decorated the Rocky statue, man, and you really thought it was on, and they came in to just be a little bit, just Twitter, just to troll the Eagles fan base, and they come in there with their skull chant, which, by the way, it's actually not a bad chant. But not being said, this fan base for, really kind of had some balls on themselves to come into Philadelphia and start trolling the Eagles fan base, which I thought was very adorable. Anyway, though, but I do give respect to the Minnesota fan base, to the Minnesota fans, man. I think they're a really cool sport. Anyway, forget about that. But going in to the game, honestly, the Eagles' offense started out incredibly slow. It was going to be bad. Then it was a 3 and out. Then, meanly after that wonderful pick 6 by Patrick Robinson to pick up Case Keenum to run it down for that touchdown, really changed the momentum. And then after that, it just basically became a runaway train. And you know what? For like half of that game, I was really like, because anything could happen. This is the NFL. Anything could happen. You could have an incredible lead. It just Nick Foles just started to pile on around 300 yards for 3 touchdowns. Nick Foles was incredibly on fire, man. Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick, showed up and played like a boss, man. For a backup quarterback, the man turned out to be elite. And you know what? For people that disrespected Nick Foles, man, you know what? He had it in him. He totally had it in him. And I knew we were not going to get that 27-7 performance that he produced back in 2013. But for today, man, I don't know, man. He had the juice on, dude. He was Carson-like, man. Carson Wentz-like, to be able to sit there and stand in the pocket, and be able to deliver a Hail Mary throw to a perfectly stride Alshon Jeffrey for that touchdown was incredible. And honestly, you know when you really have the game won in the bag when you start to do a flea flicker play. Usually those plays should never work in NFL. To a bomb to Torrey Smith. And I think that was the game that sat down and just salted the game away. And I thought right after that, right when in the first half, basically it was set in stone. The Eagles this year were meant to go and play in the Super Bowl. Oh man, it was a just incredible moment. The defense man just came along. Rookie David. Oh man, our team has just been amazing. Fletcher Cox, Jimmy Turrigan, Chris Long. Oh my God bless Chris Long, man. The guy is playing basically for free, man. He's gave up all his game checks to play for free. I don't know what made him decide to come to this team and this organization, but I think it was just maybe a God and blessing that he came for this team for some reason, and he's donated every single one of his checks, and the man has just been nothing but incredible and outstanding, man. And you really sit down and you just think about the incredible story of how this team and just it's funny how they sit down and relish this underdog mask situation, but you really look at the team and every one of them has a little bit of underdog in him. I mean, Alshon Jeffrey, who basically was a free agent, who, by the way, was offered very good money by the Minnesota Vikings to come and play for the team. He decides to come here and play with Carson Wentz because he believes he can win a Super Bowl here. Jake Elliott was let go of the Cincinnati practice, literally let go of Cincinnati afterwards. It's basically cut. Guy makes a 61 field goal. Jay Ajayi gets let go by Miami from Adam Gates because he was a problem and a distraction. It was sent here as punishment. Played some of the best football games of his life. LeGarrette Blount basically won a Super Bowl with now the rematch in New England Patriots because they all thought he was washed up. Has played some big games. Nelson Aguilar, oh my God, Nelson Aguilar, who was basically left for dead here last year, is playing out of his mind. Brandon Brooks, the guy who suffered who's basically suffered from mental breakdowns and just like mental stress, who suffered from anxiety, he has stepped up to be a great center. Law, oh my God. Oh, dude, Lane Johnson was suspended for like 10 games. Comes out and plays his biggest game. Um, Hapalupi Vitae, Vati Vitae, Hapalumi Vitae Vitae. I've managed to be able to say that name. Now I can't say that name. Halapulivati Vitae. That is correct. Halapulivati Vitae. You know, everybody worried about when Jason Peters went down. How was this guy going to step up for the blind side? He had a fantastic game. I know he's a very unsung hero, but this guy, and I think he had a little bit of help on taking on what was it? Was it not Zealand? That very good Vikings defensive back who was very good that everybody was worried about because I think that was the matchup that everybody was worried about. You did not hear his name once. He had, granted, he had a little bit of help, but he held him down. He held him down. You're talking about a backup that stepped in for arguably one of the best left linebackers in the game, and Jason Peters, and Halapoulivaati has stepped up greatly. Everybody in this game has stepped up. Torrey Smith, who had a who missed a drop pass in that opening play, stepped up big in that flea flicker play. This team just came out with fire. This team embraces this underdog role. This team plays with heart and passion and emotion, and they just came in and they did it. They did it, and they knocked it out of the park. I honestly did not expect this kind of beating. I really thought this was going to be a 2017 game. I thought the Eagles were going to win it, but I thought it was going to be a slugfest against one of the more respectable defenses, one of what everybody analysts says one of the most historic defenses to be assembled right now in the NFL. And the Eagles just came out and trounced them. And they beat them. They whooped their butts handedly. And you know what? Again, this cannot be said enough. All hats to Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz and this incredible D. Filippo, this incredible coaching staff, man. This coaching staff has done incredible wonders, man. they have done wonders for this team. You know, for a while, Doug Peterson, and I was a Doug Peterson hater after that. I thought that, and I'll admit, I was very stupid enough to believe that maybe he should have been let go. Because one of my biggest worries about coaches, some of the best coaches have to be able to adjust. And you know, he wasn't making the adjustments last year, so it just got me a little worried. He was taking really uncategorized risk, and he wasn't taking the proper risk, and it got me a little bit worried as a fan that is he going to be here for the long run, for the long haul? He shut me up. I am eating so much crow. Doug Peterson. I am so confident now as an Eagles fan that we now have a good, competent coach that understands his players and is willing to make the adjustments in order to complement his players. And once Carson Wentz gets healthy, man, we're going to have a fantastic quarterback coaching duo for maybe a good decade. Like, the pieces are there. We finally have a good office of competent people. Howie Roseman has stepped his game up. Joe Douglas was a fantastic hire who was able to find these little pieces to be able to build this squad. This Howie Roseman Joe Douglas combo has just been nothing but phenomenal. They've hit on every player that has came in for this moment, for us to be in a Super Bowl. So congratulations to Howie Roseman, Joe Douglas on the staff to do an amazing job to get this team here. And for picking out Doug Peterson, for a guy that all of us had seriously counted off. We all wanted Adam Gates for a while. We all wanted a dude from Cleveland who I can't. I'm thinking his face is his name is eluding me at the moment. But these are the pieces. Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson wanted Hugh Jackson here. These are the cats that we all wanted to be in this Eagles offense. And you know what? They knew something. They knew something that we did it. And now, you know, it's incredible. It's incredible. We're going to be in the Super Bowl now, going up against the demigod that is Tom Brady and pretty much God himself and Bill Belichick. If you were to consider NFL to be the earth, those are probably the more unhuman-like people that you have to go up against in a 2004 rematch. 13 years in the making. But dude, this has just been an incredible season, an unexpected season. If you go back to one of my videos, I thought this team was going to be at least 8-8. I thought, okay, 8-8 would have been good, and this team sat down and made humongous jumps, and they stepped to the challenge every single way when this team was down and out. So I mean, we're going to Minnesota, man. We're playing for all the marbles, and we're going to have to do it against a very difficult team, man, against a New England Patriots team that has been there, done that, that's cool under pressure. No lead is safe. No lead is safe against that team when Tom Brady's in there. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be an interesting chess match between two fantastic, well-coached teams. It's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun. So yeah, that's it. That's my feeling about this game, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl. Eagles fans, whoa! We are pumped. We're going to the Super Bowl, man. I am super excited. Again, like I said, put your comments down below. I'm very curious to hear what you think, man. We're going to the Super Bowl. I can't say the Super Bowl enough, man. I can't believe they sit down and pulled this off. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Until then, again, check out. I want to hear comments below. Tell me what you're excited about. Tell me what were your favorite parts about this game. Tell me how you think we might beat the Patriots. Also, check out my Twitter page at Green Wingman Twitter page. Until then, guys, fly, Eagles, fly. This is a Green Wing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the Super Bowl. Guys, enjoy this Monday. You have 2 weeks to celebrate. Until then, we got to get ready as a fan base because we got to take down the New England stinking Patriots and get this first Super Bowl. Let's get it. Peace.